I recently tried to become the first person to see MrBeast reach 300 million subscribers, but this would later turn out to be one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like when I started this challenge, I had no idea what was, ahead of me, and I just don't think that there's anything that could have prepared me for what was yet to come. So basically, this is me, the guy in the right bottom thingy, on the screen. And I just woke up, one morning. I don't remember the exact day. And I was like, how about I become, I just do something for MrBeast. Like he's about to become the first person to do something that I don't think many of us ever thought we'd see anytime soon, And if I'm being honest, it's just really is amazing to see him do that. I know I'm kind of dick-riding, but don't we all at some point in life? So basically, I woke up, sat down, and I was like, if I think too much about doing this, I won't do it. That's how most of us are. So I was like, let me just sit down or do it. And that is how 30 hours later, actually go to witness Jimmy Stefan Donaldson, MrBeast. I just jumbled his name. I did get to see him reach the 300 million subscriber mark, but it took me 31 hours. This is the hardest things I've ever gotten to do, and the worst part about this is I made very stupid rules for myself, for this challenge. Just like I can't stand up, I can't, I can only stand up maybe after 2 hours, and I only get to stand up for 30 seconds. Do you know how insane that is? It was so crazy. But basically, in terms of the challenge, I didn't expect anything, going in. I know, of course, if you do something about MrBeast, like a video about MrBeast or whatever, it pops off. But this was a stream, and I had never really done a stream like this before. I've done gaming content, but I've never really done a challenge type of stream. And I just wasn't ready for how much pain I would be in. Literally, I experienced pain. I told myself at the end of the stream that I would spend the last 100,000 subscribers standing up, and this was a very terrible idea, very bad. And if you look at the stream, the actual stream, go to my YouTube on the live tab and watch the last stream, which is the first, and speed to I don't know, the last 2 hours or something. I literally showed my feet where blood had accumulated, it had piled up at the end of my toes. I looked like Dr. Mike Israel's fingers, which is so insane. But yeah, it was crazy. The first few hours, I was just talking to myself. I was talking about how me and Jimmy are different, we always do the work that no one else wants to do and all that kind of stuff. I actually don't remember. But after a few hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours, if not less, I'm not sure, I brushed against my microphone, and it has those touch on and off switches, and it just went off. And the YouTube live section, or whatever it's called, is really messed up. Once the mic went off, I couldn't turn it on. The only way was to end the stream. And at this point, I had intended to do the whole lot of the stream in one bit, but I later got to realize, I actually later got to learn that YouTube has a 12-hour limit in terms of how much video footage you can upload on the platform. So I ended up doing the whole thing in blocks of 12-hour sections. So that's basically that. So when I started, when the microphone went off, I was just so bored. That is when I actually, and at this point, I started to actually realize how much longer how long this whole thing was going to take. Because at first I was at most it's going to take 10 hours. But I was so wrong. Then at some point, I actually tried to do the math, how long it would actually take for him to assist. And I said 24 to 26 hours. And then I had at this point I had not accounted for the fact that subscribers vary depending on the time of day, And then after some time, there was a time when they were moving so fast, and then there's a time where it was so slow. That's when I was like, I didn't factor this in, and I said anywhere between 26 to 30 hours, and it actually took 30 hours. Like, if you round it off, it's 31 hours. So yeah, basically, I did this, and it was the first time I've ever done something like this. It was really hard. It was something that I didn't even know that I would actually be able to sit through and not give up. Having ADHD is really bad, but this day it was actually one of those good things that if I start something, I need to finish it. And once I just become hyper fixated on something, it's just so hard for me not to see it through. So yep, that's basically it. And I'm looking at myself right now in the bottom corner, and I'm like, damn, this was so hard. And what's crazy to know is that I have more streams, like crazy streams like this, coming up, and I'm trying to put myself in the right mental state to actually be able to do what I'm about to do, because this was hard, but the thing that I'm about to do, like the streams that I'm about to do, have to top this stream. And so basically that just means that I do not have any luck, because damn, I'm not looking forward to it. But I think that's the thing about life. It's always about doing the work that you don't want to do, but you still have to do it because you have to. You need to do it. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm trying to sound wise. But anyways, so yeah, this was basically so I don't know if I mentioned this, but for me in this stream, I had no expectations of, is anyone going to watch it? Are people going to pull up? And not that I didn't want people to pull up or I didn't care, but because I had actually never had any engagement on my channel for a long time, for like 5-6 months of my entire YouTube journey. And the reason is because I changed my content. I was making gaming content and I just didn't like it. Like, I just realized that I hated gaming. Like, I wasn't into it. And when I pivoted, YouTube was like, what just happened? And it just took the longest time for this, like the channel to just start gaining momentum on the new content. And not only that, there were other issues, but that's just, I actually mentioned those issues in other videos, but yeah, that's not important. So for this stream, it didn't even cross me that I would, the craziest thing about this stream to me is the fact that I was doing something that I didn't even think it had any payout for me, like any sort of payout. Of course, you do something about, like you make a video about MrBeast, you have a higher chance of getting some momentum. But I just have never made a video on anyone for me to know that that's actually how it works, But I didn't think, and it was okay. And I actually thought, okay, maybe if that happened, it's like maybe videos, but this is not a video. I'm doing streams, And I had no idea why I was doing this, honestly. And the fact that I even gave myself rules that were so unreasonable, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, I had every reason to quit. That is the thing that I can't lie to you. Like, I had every reason to quit. I created the rules. I am the one who put myself in this position, yet I was like, nah. So I don't know what's happening. I just want to change my editing software so much. The software that I've been using so far is CapCut, and it is just the most annoying thing ever. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve and I was so overwhelmed. It's one of the worst, the most overwhelming things I've ever seen, even more than Notion. Notion is overwhelming, but Adobe, DaVinci Resolve, that was a crazy thing. So yeah, basically the screen is blank right now. I actually so it looks as though I'm not sleeping. It looks as though I'm sleeping, but I wasn't actually sleeping. I was trying to sleep, like, let me just take a nap, like, please. But my mind was so awake yet so tired. Like, I've never experienced anything like this. Like, this is me, like, trying to sleep. Like, I'm not even like, no, let me keep myself up. No, I don't need to sleep. No, I was trying to sleep. Like, if you look at the way I stood up, it's just like I'm so awake. But I wanted to sleep. I was tired, but my mind couldn't just go off. Like, I just couldn't switch it off. It was really crazy. And this would actually later be something I would experience for like 3 whole days. I think it lasted for like a week, but it just became less worse, with like the days and stuff. But yeah, basically, I did in fact have a lot of people on the stream. One of the stream had like 1,000 messages. I didn't check the others. So right now on the screen, as you can see, I left my chair. Like, I think I had gone to the toilet. I came back and I laid on my bed. This is a time I laid on my bed. I was like, I'm going to quit this. Like, I experienced the worst migraines possible. I don't know what kind of migraines those are, and it's probably because of sitting on the computer for such a long time. And most of the time I'm usually quiet. I don't talk a lot. But when I was doing this stream, there are times when I talk, there are times just the mental energy or cognitive function that was required. I don't know if cognitive function applies in this sentence, but it was just a hard experience for me to do this, and yeah, like, people started pulling up. When people started pulling up, I think that's when it really changed, because I saw like people giving me this validation that I didn't even know that I needed. But people were telling me, like, you got this. I had some guy, one of the guy that I don't that I still remember. I think it's like Porter or something. I think he was like one of the first few people to come on the stream, and he wasn't just somebody who came on the stream and left, but he's someone like one of those people that came and stayed for actually a good duration of the stream. And it was nice. People were checking in and we were having discussions. I mean, there was someone who told me I was wasting my time. There were people who said I couldn't do it, but you know who did? God did. I don't know what I'm saying, but basically, it was the people kept me company, but everyone is from everywhere, like different timelines. Some people had to sleep, some people had to do this, and did you just see the time lapse of it, of how the night just went by until, like, this was like, I think it's 04. It should be like 0405, I'm not sure, because in my city the sun starts rising around 04. Around 04 is usually clear. Yeah, so basically, the stream was really nice. I had some people come on, and dude, you see what's going on? Like, my thing has been tweaking, this this CapCut thing. It's been really fucking tweaking, and I'm tired of it, I need to change it. It doesn't change the frame. So yeah, basically this is pretty much it. I finally oh shit. I finally finished the stream. I was able to do it. I was really tired, but I was gaining so much attention from, like, YouTube just somehow finally started noticing me, and it was like trying to push out my content during that moment. Not really any content, but this content that I was doing, like the stream and whatever. So I just had to like finish the stream, take a shower, and get to work. Like literally start, like making content, re-uploading it, and it was a lot. That is the reason why the original upload of this stream that you're seeing right now was without titles and just background music, because I did it in such a rush while I didn't even notice how bad of a mental state I was in. I didn't even know how worse it was. Like, I would go to bed for like 4 days straight. I think maybe even more. Like, I would feel so awake. Like, I was so awake, and the only thing was like, the stream, don't oversleep. The stream, don't oversleep. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, but I just experienced this thing that every time when I was waking up, I was panicking. I was like, wait, did I oversleep? As in, did I miss the 300 mark? Like something like that, And yeah, it just went away with time, And one of that's, even though I had more scary experiences from this stream, that was actually one of the worst things, because it's like, it just got me worried. I was like, how long is this going to happen? Because I'm having this panic attack suddenly. And yeah, it was crazy. But generally speaking, I enjoyed it. I don't make this kind of content. Go to my channel right now, scroll down, and watch every video. Every video I've ever uploaded has always been about me giving advice. And I don't even give advice, honestly. I just think that I share my experiences in hopes of somebody out there in a situation similar to mine, a few years ago, just sees, like, find some hope. Like, I just want to share my experience in terms of how I go to where I was, how I go to achieve that's basically what my content is about, But this stream was really different from everything that I do. I had never thought that I'd ever do anything like this, but me doing this made me realize just how much I enjoyed it and just want to do things like this. No, I don't want to be like the next MrBeast, or I actually do want to be the next MrBeast. I just remembered. Like, I want to be the biggest YouTuber in Africa, and not until I did this stream did I get to have that vision. I was like, nah, it just never crossed me. I wasn't dreaming big enough. But seeing Jimmy reach 300 million subscribers, and I started, like, I saw his old videos. I don't think there's anyone who ever thought that he would achieve what he's achieved now, And that is just something that I've learned about success. Success belongs to those who work for it. The only difference between somebody who has $1 billion and you who's broke is that they were born into a family of money. Yeah, generational wealth, bro. But yeah, Anyways, this is the moment we reached it. Yeah, 300 million freaking subscribers. This was really crazy. Look at my feet. Anyways, the video is done. Bye.